It's 6:30 p.m. on Sunday night, July 7th, 2019. I am somewhere in northern New Brunswick, about 30 minutes south of Bathurst. I have a bit of a fixed schedule this week. I have to be in Bangor, Maine by Thursday night because my son Cole flies in on Friday, and next week we're going to do some exploring together. But I have to position myself to intercept him. And right now I'm way up north. This is a pretty random campsite, but it's alongside of a gravel pit, so the bugs are down. There was a fire ring and already a stack of firewood, so just made sense to settle in here. What I said earlier about the bugs being down wasn't entirely accurate. I was fine by the campfire, it was quite comfortable there. I've been checking all around for portable thermocells. I've gone into about 3 Walmarts, 2 hardware stores, and all of them have the refills, and all of them have the patio model, but no one ever has the portables. I'm going to keep looking, but I don't know how important it is at this point. How much longer are the mosquitoes going to be out, you think? Anyway, this isn't that glamorous a campsite, but there is strong LTE cell service, so Netflix, that sealed the deal. Of course, when you camp next to a gravel pit, in the morning you can enjoy the ambient white noise of heavy equipment. My electronic sway bar disconnect is acting up again, so I'm taking a closer look. I think it was that stream crossing from last week, which is frustrating because that wasn't even that dramatic a crossing. But this is my second actuator. The first one lasted for 3 years without any problems, and then a water crossing on the Mojave Road took that out. Months later I installed this, which is a low mileage replacement that was gifted to me. And it's only been a few months, water crossing, and now this one's acting up. So it seems like my luck has run out with these things, and that's really frustrating because it's one of my favorite features of the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, and I really want it to work. Oh. The plunger housing was full of water, so there's a chance that something's just seized or corroded, and that makes it a mechanical issue, and I might be able to bring it back. If it's an electrical issue, I'm probably not going to have that much luck, but it's this assembly that you can't get into. And if something's bad in here, then it's done. The actuator passed that test with flying colors, so the issue must be corrosion or crud buildup in here. Yeah. I think it was just seized, so I cleaned it up. I'm going to button it back up and hope for the best. But I'm reassured, it doesn't seem like a severe issue at this point. think I fixed it. It's a minor victory, but it feels good. I was worried there for a second. The assembly does need a little bit of tender loving care. I think I need to lubricate it, but this is great. Too dense. This is the muddiest trail I've seen in a while, but so far so good. I'm not even aired down, which isn't to my advantage. Back on pavement and heading south toward Fredericton, New Brunswick. Tonight I'm meeting up with the folks from Northbound Expeditions who are like-minded vehicle-supported adventurers, and New Brunswick is their turf. I'm in southern New Brunswick, near Fredericton, and I'm with Virgil and Nick from Northbound Expeditions. Virgil had me over, we're in his backyard, we had dinner on his back porch, and now we're enjoying a campfire. Can you tell us a little bit about Northbound Expeditions?
Sure. So we run 3 main events, being the NB Expedition Challenge, the South Shore Overland Rally, and now also for the first time this year, Adventure New Brunswick. What that is, it's 3 separate categories of events. The first one is the South Shore Overland Rally, which is just a long weekend event, which is down in the Bay of Fundy, along on the beach and on the coast. NB Expedition Challenge is a main event. It's a navigation challenge. It's 10 teams of 3 to 4 vehicles. They're basically just searching out waypoints for scores. And then Adventure New Brunswick is a guided tour of a week-long 1,000-kilometer trip that begins in the south on the Bay of Fundy and ends in the north on the Bay of Chaleur.
Okay, and you guys have a product line too, right?
Yeah, so we have a soft product line. So we started primarily with a fire extinguisher mount for the headrest. We do a spare tire bag for garbage and recycling that we call the Garb. And then we also have a chainsaw bag that's a mix between a chainsaw holder and a duffel bag. Those are our primary ones, but they've all been things we develop in-house, stuff that we had a need, and we decided that we could develop something to fill that need. So the idea has been maximizing organization, functionality, and we really wanted to keep it made in New Brunswick in Canada.
Now, New Brunswick, I found it's been awesome since I've been here, and I've only scratched the surface. What are your thoughts on it since this is your turf?
I think New Brunswick is amazing for overlanding. It's, like I said, this is a bold statement. However, I do believe it is the best overlanding east of the Rocky Mountains that you'll find north of the border. We have everything from mountains to beaches to lakes to trails to lots of woods, you name it. It's very remote. The network is insanely huge, and I think it's great. I'm happy to call this my backyard. So this is my charging station. This one turns on the outlets in here, 12 volt. So these drawers are to hold all the electrical stuff. So here I got my drone batteries, which I can plug into the inverter here. And the bottom one got the same thing. Got more radios, battery chargers, camera chargers. Got my fridge. And I got a table / cutting board, and then out stove. This is a dual burner, so I got propane on here, which I hook up to this tank, and then this is a butane, just goes in there. Those ones. So here, I got basically food,
Chef Boyardee,
supplies.
now you're talking.
Plates, cutlery, just kitchen stuff, dish soap, and then up here we got spice racks and
Silverware. We'll come again next year.
Well, there's one in Fredericton at the end of the summer.
It's Tuesday morning. I just got up and I'm still in my camper. Today I'm going to roll with Virgil and Nick, and they're going to take me to one of their favorite campsites. They also say it's a pretty demanding four-wheel drive road to get there, so it should be exciting. For now, I'm going to go downstairs, make some coffee, and grab a bite to eat. A few weeks ago in one of my episodes I mentioned that I got this Lodge cast iron grill griddle and that I really dig it, but it needs some kind of storage sleeve. Because right now I'm just tossing it in the back of the Jeep like this and the grease is making a bit of a mess. Well, I was on my way here and Virgil messaged me asking me the dimensions so that they can make a bag for it. And this is what they came up with. This is beautiful. So huge shout out to Virgil and Nick. I think I know exactly where I'm going to put this. Airing down?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're aired down. Where are we off to, Virgil?
Right now we're off to Cape Spencer. We're going to take the back road in, and so that way tomorrow when we come out we can have a different route to come out on.
All set, Nick?
Good to go.
All right, cool.
Excited to see how much mud gets in those doors.
flared down, and I'm nice and squishy this time. I went to 15 psi based on Virgil's recommendation. Carpet is dry. It was deeper than usual, but not too deep.
Yeah, did it come in?
No, carpet is nice and dry.
Nice. Yeah, I think it was just until right below the chassis.
Yeah. So if I'm understanding the map correctly, the way we would have come in if we had stayed on the main road would have been about 1 kilometer ahead, and we would have come in from the west.
That one is very overgrown. I mean, it's very tight. We can take that one too, but we would have come out right by the crack shack there from the other side. That's the one we would have come out on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. It's beautiful back here.
Yeah, it is. Gonna get better.
So we're going to fly it over the trees, hopefully.
Okay.
So that you'll see the Jeeps every once in a while popping up on the trail, and then hopefully I'll swing the camera up into the ocean.
Awesome.
We'll see. Hopefully we can make that happen without crashing the Jeep into a tree. was after. I had the basket after.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is if the Terraflex basket will clear this ladder. So we're gonna have a little race. Chris with the bow saw, Virgil with the hatchet. I'm the heaviest, so I'm gonna stand on the log.
Yeah. We're not sure why we're doing this, but we thought it'd be fun.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Stomp on it if you want it.
Got it!
There.
How did you find this campsite? Did you find it by exploring yourselves, or did you have some local intel?
This one was actually shown to me by a friend of mine, the local Jeep club.
Okay. Okay.
It was pretty much the first week or two after I bought my Jeep.
Uh-huh.
Went out on a Jeep trip, and we came here, and we've been coming back ever since.
It was about 2 hours to get here. We took our time. The trails are really narrow, but the payoff is just incredible.
This is definitely one of our favorite trails in the whole province, and mostly because of the destination. The trail itself is very scenic as well, and it's a little bit technical. It's a fun trail, but it's this site that makes all the difference.
There was deep water that I wasn't prepared for, and it's not that the Jeep can't ford it. The big issue is I store most of my clothing on my floor in the back, underneath my goose gear compartment.
Yeah, some of those water crossings were about 30 inches deep. Like, my 37s are kind of my gauge for it.
Yeah.
And there was a couple times with the doors off, the water was about 2 inches from coming in. Oh, it's,
there's no trail in New Brunswick that you won't come across water.
Yeah. Hey, it's all right, it's all right. Sorry I was over there on those rocks so long.
It's okay.
I got distracted by everything. It's Wednesday morning. I had an amazing time camping with the guys at a very beautiful location. Now we are on our way out. We're gonna wrap up this trail and then air up. We just wrapped up the trail and aired up, and we're about to part ways. And I already thanked these guys off camera, but I want to do so again on camera. They've been excellent hosts. They've got a beautiful country and beautiful province, and the bag. Thank you so much. It's awesome.
No, you're welcome.
So,
it's been a blast.
Thanks for having
you.
me and showing me your spots.
It was great to meet you. Good to explore with you for a day.
Yeah,
awesome.
Likewise. I couldn't be more grateful. It's Wednesday night, and I'm going to spend one more night in New Brunswick before I head back to Maine to meet with my son Cole. I'm camped at Martinhead, on a peninsula that's east of Fundy National Park, and this place was recommended to me by Virgil and Nick. Once again, it's absolutely stunning, so I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to sleep really well tonight. Probably head out fairly early tomorrow morning, because I don't know where I'm going in Maine yet. I need to find a place to camp tomorrow night, and also need to look for a place to wrap up the week. But I'm definitely coming back in this direction toward the end of the month. This is the glamorous part about living on the road. The inevitable Walmart parking lot. The first time I ever spent the night in a Walmart parking lot was actually 2 weeks ago in New Brunswick. And to be honest, it was a really good experience. I had Wi-Fi, and the restrooms are within reach. Spending the night outside of Walmart works nicely because it's in the middle of town and it puts me in a good place to edit and publish this week's episode. Furthermore, Cole's flight is tomorrow and it's going to make it a lot more convenient for me to get to the airport. That being said, I am going to record a video next week, but I'm primarily going to be focused on spending quality time with my son. So just to set your expectations, I do plan on visiting some amazing places, but it's also going to be family time. As usual, I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. Shout out to Northbound Expeditions, and thank you for following along. I'll catch up with you again next week.